It's like a good marketing strategy that like you give some sort of discount, like a strike through, so it make people think that like it's a better offer as compared to the competitors.
Yeah, you don't always have to do that, but there's strategies to deploy that. I'm not saying it's wrong and maybe right for you.
Mhm.
The end result is I won't coupon or discount a product beyond my profitability, even if it looks
Yeah, of course.
somewhat discounted to the customer. But
Hmm.
I know a lot of people will say, well, we run these deals, we put ads and coupons out there, we'll get list and we'll coupon our product and all that stuff. That devalues your brand. Well, I go the opposite
Okay.
direction. What does it take to increase the value of the brand perception so that
Hmm.
someone will see the difference between buying a purse from Walmart and a purse from Coach?
Okay. Yeah, of
Right?
course.
The
Hmm.
difference between a Toyota and someone buying a Ferrari, and Ferrari never markets.
Hmm.
I'm going in
Okay.
that
Yeah.
direction. And because of that, if you and I are going to compete in the market, okay, say you're launching a product and I'm launching a product and it's somewhat competitive, or I'm going into the market and you're already there, it's just a
Hmm.
matter of time before I take over. And if you don't
Yeah.
understand the market and strategy, I will
Hmm.
eat your lunch. And then you're going to go out and realize where's all my sales going. So I need to discount market and play that
Yeah.
backpedaling game that a lot of sellers would do. I'm not going to play that game. I'm
I
simply
would
going to
mention
continue
one
to
thing
market
here
there.
that if you want to like position yourself as a close brand or a big brand, you have to
Yes.
make sure that your product is offering something extra. It's not something like similar to the other competitors. Your detail page is really, really good and it's reflecting how premium you are. You
That is
cannot just
correct. So
say like,
it's
yeah,
innovation, right? Not
yeah,
invention, which means I don't have to reinvent the product or really
yeah.
overthink this. What I need to do is go into Amazon and other markets where it's selling, and I need to
Hmm.
research the value of that product to its competitors and look at the
Hmm.
innovation angles that I can see identifying themselves. And that's part of training your brain to do that. It doesn't come natural for
Okay.
everybody. You have to train
Hmm.
and condition your brain to see your environment very differently, right? We have to
Hmm.
move things that we currently may take into our brain in a subconscious state and move them into a conscious state. As I was mentioning with product research earlier, I call it the white car syndrome. I called it that for a long time. And it has to do with when you see certain things that become visible into your spectrum of consciousness and when you don't see them,
Okay.
and why you didn't see them before and why you see them now. So example would be a guy goes down to buy a green car. He's got that picked out. He loves the car. It's like this Ford Explorer and it's got the leather seats and the heated this and the rearview mirrors and all this wonderful stuff. And he goes down and there's the dealer. There's the car he wanted. It's so great. He goes to grab the car and he buys the car and is out in the car and he looks across the row and there's an exact same Explorer setting, same color, same look, same everything right in front of him. He walked past it like
Yeah.
10 times, didn't notice it. Rolls it
Hmm.
off the lot. What does he see on the way off the lot? He sees four more of those same green Ford Explorers that he didn't see when he drove in. On his way home
Yeah.
for 20 minutes, he sees 10 more of
Hmm.
them. Like did they just magically appear? Did the universe suddenly
No.
put these products in front of his path? No, his subconscious acknowledgement of that product moved into a conscious state of awareness. Okay. You can train your
Yes.
brain to consciously change and become adapted to the white cars that are all around you by starting to consciously train your brain to see things all around you. Once you train
Hmm.
that into somebody, once they understand the power of that, they will see product opportunities for a lifetime. Okay, they will see them everywhere, and as long as the numbers pencil in, excuse me, and as long as there is profit and upside potential with competition. Okay, we don't want to invent something or put an innovation in the market that's not in the market right now, especially not on Amazon. All right, we need to
Yeah.
have some competition in there, and we see that the opportunity is there for the profitability. We should test market that product, but we should be serious about test marketing it, not just dipping our toes in the water. Right. We
Hmm.
should seriously go in and look, okay, if I'm going to take this out, I want to see this product hit X amount. I know it's in the market. How am I going to do that? And that's a plan
Hmm.
that not everybody understands. But when you see it from that perspective of business building, it is the end in mind that I'm looking at. When a lot of people get in, they're short sighted. They're looking at side hustles or hobby businesses. They're looking at what if I change my cash flow in the next 6 months? As a business oriented minded builder and exiter of these brands as well as businesses in the past, I'm looking at what the end potential of this asset creation is. So I'm already 18 to 24 months out, and you're only 6 months out. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
There's a
Yep.
big difference in what I'm willing to do to reach my 24-month mark that you're not willing to do because you're only looking at 6 months.
Yeah. Short term
So
goals.
you need to extend your thought pattern into what does it take now to build this business so that my major payday will not just come from the cash flow that I could get out of this business, which can be good. It is what is the upside
Hmm.
and exit potential of this business? Should I sell it for 3 to 4x if it's an Amazon only channel and I've got great profits, or if I can get it to a 5 to 10x by multi-channeling that
Hmm.
product brand into either Shopify, paid traffic, via social networks,
Hmm.
infomercials, ads, radio, television, audio ads. I mean, there's so many other ways to move that into the market once you know it's proven and to increase the
Hmm.
multiple valuations of that business. So we always start a business with the end in mind. And if you're
Okay.
not doing that, you and I are not competing on the same page. If we run into each other on Amazon, someone's going to win.
I know who.
Well, I'm approaching it from a very different business perspective.
Yep.
And so I'm not, just thinking of it in terms of what my side hustle or hobby is. I'm treating it like a real business. And that's one of the things I want
Mhm.
people to really understand: business metrics,
Okay.
growth, upside potential, scalability, profitability, and exit. If those are not on the
Hmm.
forefront of your thinking, they should be, so that you have a fair market
Okay.
competition opportunity in this marketplace.
So shall we like move forward to the questions?
Yeah. Do we have some questions? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, let me
So
ask some
first
questions.
question: how to identify the phase at which we should opt for an exit strategy? Like how to identify that? Because sometimes people get too connected with their brand and they're like, yeah, we should push it a little bit further, sell it
Well,
now.
like I said, don't marry
But
your products and don't marry your brand. If you have the skills, knowledge,
mhm,
and capital, you can go do it again. If you don't know
okay,
what I'm talking about, right? Think of the
hmm,
model of this business, what I call the platinum principle, like
okay,
the exit potential of a corporate boss who gets his golden parachute. In essence, I can
okay,
pull the trigger on this business at any time I want to. When you
hmm,
should do that is kind of your decision as a CEO operator. You should kind of get a feel for what you want your opportunity to be. And that may change and
okay,
drive a little in the future vision. But if you're looking out to 24 months, that's the minimum requirement of a business of this kind to sell. You need at least
okay,
seven figures
hmm,
in sales and a minimum of 15% net profit or EBITDA in the business to
okay,
have a decent kind of exit. Obviously,
okay,
increase those numbers and your exit looks great. So then that's going to be your number. What is your number? It could be the
hmm,
profit potential of the cash flow that gets out of that business every month. It could be the exit potential in multiple revenues. And that number for you might look like 5 million or 3 million or 2 million or whatever that number is. You're going
hmm,
to know it. But remember the very key components of selling a business, or just the opportunity you should know about selling a business. You always sell it on
hmm,
the upside, you never
okay,
sell it on the downside. Okay. And this is an 80% missed thing that most sellers do when I see a lot of these businesses come across my desk and I know they're
hmm,
selling it on the downside. Well, it's a great opportunity. It's got upside potential, but it hasn't made any sales for the last 3 months. No thanks. Or yeah, it's been making sales for the
hmm,
last 3 months, but what you're watching is revenue decrease over the last 12 months year to date, and profits are going down too. Like if you
hmm,
see any of this, you are not necessarily giving someone an asset, you're giving them a job. You're giving them a
yeah,
turnaround. And I'm looking to
frustration.
tell you that if you want real potential, real revenue, real multiples of profit, multi-channel, as I already mentioned, create
Hmm.
upside potential for the business, additional products, additional brand opportunities that haven't been done, or even multiple channels that need to be fleshed out. And of course, make the
Hmm.
most profit in the business possible at time of exit. And that will give you
Okay.
the highest percentage, right? Making operational independence. So make sure you have some SOPs and OKRs built into there. Not necessarily
Okay.
employees, but contractors who are helping you do that. Make it very enticing for the buyer who steps in. So he's not buying a
Hmm.
job or she's not buying a job or whatever, and give that
Hmm.
opportunity a very sexy incline. Hey, it's got all the upside potential. Now, why would I do that?
Mm.
People ask me, why do I do that? Why would I sell? Why would I not just keep the cash flow going? Why am I not just save the profit? One word:
Hmm.
inflation. Money is
Okay.
worth more today than it is tomorrow. If I
Yeah.
can take a business out to 24 months and recoup 24 months of profit back at time of sale, what am I
Hmm.
going to do? I'm going to take that capital and
Reinvest.
put it back to work.
Hmm.
And I'm going to put those soldiers back to work in the market. I'm going to build another brand and I'm going to go after it. Right. I'm going to put that because
Hmm.
inflation is there. It's a nasty indicator of the way things are. And I'm going to take that opportunity as soon as I get that product out and that business out to those numbers and do it within 24 months or less. I'm going to be setting that
Okay.
business up for exit.
Okay. It's like de-risking yourself.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, because number one, the capital opportunity here we have, of course, is a virtual business model with physical inventory. So I can write off that
Hmm.
inventory. That's an appreciable asset, okay, a
Yeah.
physical asset, which is what I love about these models versus just a pure digital model. Okay. And then I can take that inventory and I can always appreciate it. Even in a recessionary period, if my products are strong against the market, I can appreciate and move with the market. I can raise my prices and flex with the market. There's not a lot of business
Yeah.
models where you can do that.
Okay. The second question is what Amazon ads CPC keep when Amazon ads CPC keep on increasing, how can we sustain or increase profitability over time?
So it depends upon which tier you're in. Remember, I mentioned a low, medium, and high tier. I would consider
Yep.
low tier below $30. I would consider mid tier 50 to 100, and high tier 100 or plus. You can
Okay.
elevate any brand within those tiers. If you don't think that there's someone willing to buy your 1999 bicycle seat because you're currently selling it at 1999, and you don't
Hmm.
believe someone would spend 29, 49, or 99, then you
Hmm.
misunderstood the whole opportunity sitting right in front of you. So,
Okay.
what do you need to do to increase profitability over time? It may not be that you can take more profit or gain more traffic and sales out of a lower tier product because that's all you got to make profit and you're already clearing a buck on that product. Hopefully, you are,
Hmm.
because that would really suck. But let's say
Hmm.
you are, there's another version of that product to innovate in the market in tier one, tier two, or tier three. Take that opportunity, leverage the
Okay.
listing, the product, the manufacturer, and all the stuff you have in place, and move another product into the market at a higher tier. it will sell.
Okay. It's like using the first product to like push the second one, which you're
Exactly.
like,
Upsell.
oh, okay,
There are
gotcha.
3 tiers within Amazon of all products. Okay. There's the
Mm-hmm.
$19 bike seller, the $49 bike seat buyer, and the $99+ bike seat buyer. 3 different
Mm-hmm.
avatars of people will buy those bike seats. And your product
Yeah.
should have that opportunity too.
What point should we be aiming for top organic spots and moving towards solely on profitability?
Those are not mutually exclusive. So,
Mm-hmm.
in other words, both. You want the top
Okay.
organic spot and you want the PPC spot. When I land on my keywords for my top products, I am there. You can't miss
Okay.
me. I've got the brands, the sponsor brands, ads, organic, and sponsor
Mm-hmm.
posts and ad posts. They're all there. Like, boop, there's me. Can't miss me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
So I want all of those. So yeah, profitability is going to be determined again by the numbers. If profitability to take top spot organic after PPC is not matching because you have
Mm-hmm.
$10 in profit, but it's going to cost you $25 to acquire the sale, you have a
Yeah.
different problem.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with ranking.
Okay.
Right.
So, what would you recommend to go with? Some high ticket products or multiple mid ticket products within the
You
same
should have all
niche?
three.
All three?
All three. Brand
Okay.
recognition on Amazon is now 15 SKUs, folks. So if you don't have 15 SKUs selling in your brand, you are not going to
Yeah.
compete with the big dogs.
Yeah.
So you should have
Because
products in all
mhm.
tiers.
Because Amazon has set like a requirement for the premium A plus as well, that you
Yep.
must have this X number of SKUs and brand module on it if you want to
And
offer
by
the premium A
Amazon's own
plus.
admission of its numbers, including the representatives we have that manage our accounts and
Mm-hmm.
help us do, they are telling us that most sellers, well over 50 to 60% of them, have less than
Mm-hmm.
5 branded SKUs in the system. What does that tell
Okay,
you?
you have to. It has more.
Opportunity screams
Yeah.
opportunity that is being left on the table. So
Mhm.
Hale, the answer is all of them, right?
Okay.
All of them within your
Okay.
brand. You will have a much bigger opportunity getting above 5 SKUs in the system, meeting the
Mm-hmm.
minimum requirements for even the premium tier of A plus
Mm-hmm.
content now that's available for those who have above A plus
Mm-hmm.
access because of their sales history. You've got to
Mm-hmm.
compete at those levels.
Okay. Okay. So when launching a brand, would you rather launch one product in a niche and test it, or launch multiple products that complement each other in a niche at the same time to increase
Yeah.
basket size while increasing cost cross selling?
Okay. So one business, one brand, multiple product
Mm-hmm.
variations of all shapes, size, colors across distributed products
Mm-hmm.
within that brand, within that segment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take that brand, I'm going to move it
Mm-hmm.
into the market and register it. I'm going to trademark that brand. And then I'm going to basically keep telling the customer engine, okay,
Okay.
do you like this product? Yeah, that one does
Mm-hmm.
okay. You like this product? Yeah, we're selling a lot more. Do you like this product? Boom, 100 sales a day. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Once I hit that, I'm now going to go gold mine digging and I'm going to exploit
Mm-hmm.
that vein for all the other products that Avatar is buying after that
Mm-hmm.
first tier that buy. So I'm going to let the engine tell me which
Mm-hmm.
products to sell. I'm not going to guess.